The Irish-built Manhattan, a tip-of-the-hat cocktail to those Irish immigrants who worked in New York back in the day. Bolcha Arash to the bar, you are very welcome back to the bar, where we're going to have a little bit of fun today, taking a classic cocktail, the Manhattan, and we're going to give it a little bit of an Irish twist using some Powers Irish Rye. So before we get into that, I'm going to stick a little bit of ice in my Coupe glass, get it cooled down. That's one of the first things you should be doing, is getting your glass cooled down before you get stuck into your mixing. So lots of ice in there. 1-inch ice cubes made with distilled water. Video up there and below on why I now use 1-inch ice cubes for that. So glass is chilling. Let's start making our cocktail. So I don't have a classic bar mixing glass here at my bar. I use some good old-fashioned lab beakers. We use these in the kitchen to measure various things when the Queen of Curls is cooking. So I thought, let's multi-purpose them and have them here in the bar as well. So let's get started with that. So everybody has their own different take on the Manhattan. Some people prefer more whiskey than vermouth, vice versa. Some go for 1-and-1. And just to keep it simple today, I'm doing a 1-and-1. So I'm going to go for 1.5 fluid ounces, 45 mils of Powers Irish Rye. For those of you that haven't had a chance to try Powers Irish Rye yet, I did a wonderful review video on it back in early part of this year. Again, link above for that. And below, and yeah, it's something that I think I'm onto my third bottle now. It's something we actually like in this house, both as a sipping whiskey, but also as a great base for making cocktails. So as I said, I'm doing 1-to-1. So this is my sweet vermouth. So we're going to get, let me get this one open. There we go. 1.5 fluid ounces, 45 mils of this. Want to get into our mixing glass. Okay, there we go. And then that's pretty much it, except for one little kind of, I suppose, curveball. We're going to take a little bit of the juice from the Maraschino cherry that we use in the garnish. Recipe calls for a Barspoon. My Barspoon's pretty tiny. Here, we'll use that in a moment for mixing. So I just brought in a small spoon from the kitchen, and I'm just going to take out a little bit of that juice. It's all deep and rich, and I'm going to just drop it in there. God, lovely. Get it in there just for a little bit of extra depth and flavour. And here, yeah, definitely flavour. Oh, yummers. Okay. Now we add in the ice. And then we're going to mix it. So, again, 1-inch ice cubes I'm using for this. So I'm going to drop in, I'm going to say about 10 of these or so. I want to get mixing as soon as I can after I get these in. So I tend to stir my cocktails for about 40 seconds, 20 seconds each side. So I'm going to count that out in my head. The other way to do the counting is actually to sing in Dublin's Fair City, where the girls are so pretty, a couple of times through. That gets you to 40 seconds, but I'm going to mix this one way and then the other. Yeah, not the most fun part of the video, but that is it. About 40 seconds, that's what works for me. I'm then going to take my Coupe glass. I'm going to tip that ice out over there. I'm going to take my bitters. So I have got, now when I did the tasting video for the Powers Irish Rye, I actually found some cardamom in their flavour, in the whiskey. One of the flavours I picked up. So here, my good friend here in Napa, Ian Wingert, has got a cardamom bitters, and I thought, why not? Use whatever bitters you take your fancy, and it's literally 1 drop. There you go. Link below to Ian's bitters. He does those wonderful droppers which are already in there. So let's get the drink in the glass. So I'll get my julep strainer in. Let's get her in. Oh, look at this. Looking lovely. Let's get your money's worth. Set that aside. And then last thing is the Maraschino cherry garnish. The classic garnish for the Manhattan. So let me get out one of those. And we will set that in there. And there we go, the Irish-built Manhattan, made with Powers Irish Rye and some other fun ingredients. And when you get a chance to make it yourself, I hope you enjoy it. In the meantime, I'm going to say Sláinte Mhath. Goodness gracious. And we will see you next time. Take care.